I think there's just one more thing that Kyle and I have in common.
What's that?
No, something happened yesterday to me, and I was like, oh my God, I think this is what happened to Kyle, and I think there's something in the story. But you tell your story, then I'll tell you what I think is very similar.
Okay. So I chaperoned my daughter's Girl Scout camp this weekend, and when I got home, I was absolutely exhausted. So picture me, I'm walking in, I've got 3 suitcases that I'm carrying back to my room, to the closet. I go into, because I have to go through the bathroom to get to my closet, and I have the bags on me. I stop for a minute, and all of a sudden I hear, and I look down, and in my shower is this gigantic lizard trying to make its way out, but not realizing it's a glass door and running into it over and over again.
Scary as hell.
And I was like, ah! And I'm pretty sure the lizard was like, ah! I just literally freeze. And this lizard makes his way out of the shower and runs into my husband's closet. And I'm like, Scott! So I yell for him to come in here. And I'm like, so there's a huge lizard in our house right now? He goes, huge? I go, yeah, it's ginormous. He goes, I don't think so. Easton told me that he saw a gecko come in the house the other day. And I just figured, it's probably a cute little gecko. It's fine.
Trying
Let
to sell
it
you
go.
insurance.
Right. Exactly. And I was like, oh no. This thing was probably, with its tail, a good 7 or 8, maybe 9 inches.
That's big.
Its
That's a big
body
gecko.
had, like he was girthy. And I was like, this is not a tiny little gecko, my friend. And you're telling me this happened the other day? So this little creature has just been hanging out in the house for more than 24 hours? How did you sleep at night?
Eating things and getting huge.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, listen, he's in your closet right now. Please go find him because I will not be able to think of anything else until that thing is out of the house. Scott's like, I have to go get something to eat first. I'm like, seriously? Sure enough, he went and got a sandwich. Then proceeded to go into the closet. He goes, you're never going to believe this. I was like, did you find him? He goes, yeah, he's in the trash. I was like, no way. He's like, yeah, he's in the trash. Scott walked in. He's got a washer and dryer in his closet, okay? And apparently, this lizard had climbed up onto the top of the washer, saw Scott walking in, freaked out, made a jump for it, and landed in the garbage can.
Wow.
And so Scott carries the garbage can out to the backyard, and we release this little guy to the wild, and he's not so little. Scott's like, yeah, that's really not a gecko. It was huge.
Really?
Yeah, but he's okay, and we're okay, and I could sleep fine that night because we got him out of there.
I can tell you that he's okay because he came to my house.
Oh, no.
I saw the video you posted, right? And I'm not kidding you. Same exact looking lizard.
What?
But here's what happened. So I get up in the morning, I have my routine. Well, the last thing I do before I leave the house is I turn on my infrared sauna that's in the garage. So I can get, by the time I get home, it's 175 degrees and I do about 30 minutes in the sauna. I also, yesterday, when I sauna, I usually like to do it on an empty stomach. But when I got home yesterday, my car was getting washed, something, I can't remember what. I couldn't get in the sauna, I had to wait. So I ate. I made like 3/4 of a pound of hamburger. I had a big tub of yogurt. I had whatever. Then it was time for me to get in the sauna, which I'll never go in the sauna again with food in my stomach. It was terrible. But I go to open the sauna door and I hear, I'm like, what? And it's a glass door and I look and there's a freaking huge lizard in my sauna.
He's in there with you?
He was in there before I got in there. So he was in there when I turned it on at 4 a.m. He must have jumped in. Meanwhile, he's enjoying the infrared. I'm surprised he didn't grow to Godzilla in there.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I'm like, that's exactly. I opened the door and I'm like, get out of here. And I'm trying to, like, he won't leave. He's in there spinning around in a sauna. Then he takes off and goes to the garage. So help me God. Exact same looking lizard that you had.
Gonna be Splinter.
But now he's got infrared ultraviolet rays in his body.
Yeah. Look out.
Watch out, Rich and Peyton. He's coming to your house next.
Godzilla versus us now. Like,
I gotta hope for a rattlesnake shows up at my house to get rid of all those lizards now.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I'd much rather have the lizard around because they eat scorpions and bugs and stuff like that, but I don't really want him in my house.
I know. I don't want him in my sauna because I'm like, I got lizard DNA all over me now. I'm going to turn into that guy from Spider-Man.
How funny is it that he didn't come out, though, when you first opened it up? He's like, look, self-care, man.
He's like, what are you doing?
Do I interrupt your sauna? No.
Excuse me. My bad. Sorry. But then my wife got in the sauna, right? And she's just like talking up a storm. I'm like, hey, I don't feel good. My stomach's full. I just want, what's wrong? Wait, she starts singing every song. I'm like, stop, just stop. And I get out and he's lay on the floor in the garage. And she's like, come on, get back in here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. And she just finished this book for this guy named Ned something. You guys hear about this guy? He ran a marathon every day for a month.
No.
Yeah, he wrote a book. She just finished. She's like, mind over matter. Get back in here. Mind over matter. I'm like, shut up. There's a lizard. Bring back the lizard. I want to replace you for the lizard. Anyway. So, yeah, lizard talk.